Hello everyone, welcome to Success Education. Today we'll be doing the Gala Model Question Paper solution of Social Science for paper number 2, section C. So the question answers are there. For that 27th question is write about the ancient Indian city of Dholavira, Ayojan systematic ancient town contemporary to Harappan civilization has been found 2 kilometers away from Dholavira village at Khadirbet in vast desert of Bhachau Taluka, which is about 140 kilometers away from Bhuj. Archaeological Department of Gujarat surveyed this heap of ruins. After this, officers of Archaeological Survey of India had undertaken the research work in 1990 AD. Special task of excavation was carried out under the guidance of Ravindra Singh Bisht. Remains at Dholavira palaces and main walls of town were painted with white color. Such fortified walls encircling town suggest strong security. The walls are made up of clay, stone, and bricks. Potable water was available here as well as a proper system of water purification was set up here, which is not made available to all even in modern age. Now, the odd 27th question is write about public bath and public buildings in Mohenjo-daro. A huge bath was excavated at Mohenjo-daro. There was an arrangement to put fresh water in and dirty water out. There might have been facility for hot water and small rooms for changing the clothes. These public baths might have been used on festivals and religious ceremonies. The ruins of two huge buildings have been found at Mohenjo-daro. They might have been used as a town hall or as a theatre or an administrative office or a granary. The barrack of such buildings was also found out. This must have been used to accommodate soldiers. Now, 28th one. Why is the Gupta period regarded as the golden age of the Indian arts? The arts of architecture, sculpture, painting, dancing, and music flourished during the Gupta period. The art of building Hindu temples developed during the Gupta period. Parvati temple at Ninava, that is Jabalpur, Shiv temple at Bhumara, that is Nagoda, Narsi temple at Iran in Madhya Pradesh, Gop temple at Jamnagar, etc. are the specimens of temple architectures of the Gupta period. Besides this, a large number of stupas, viharas, chaityas, mat, pillars, and flag posts were built. Buddha statue at Sarnath, statue of Lord Vishnu at Mathura, statues of Mahavir Swami, statue of Lord Vishnu in his Varaha incarnation of Udayagiri are the best specimens of sculpture. Due to this remarkable progress in the arts of sculpture and architecture, Gupta period is regarded as the golden age of the Indian arts. Now 29th one, define the terms. First one is soil conservation. Soil conservation means to prevent the soil erosion and to maintain the quality of the soil. Second one, renewable resources. Those resources which regenerate their used portion themselves within a stipulated time are called renewable resources. Example, solar insolation. Third one is rare resources. Rare resources is a type on the basis of distribution. The resources, those available at limited places, are called rare resources. For example, minerals like coal, petroleum, copper, gold, uranium, etc. Now the exercise question is describe the advantages of tourism industry. People in the other countries of the world are curious about India as many places in India are included in the World Heritage Sites. For the purpose of visiting these sites and for research, many foreigners visit India. Our great inheritance has given boost to our travel and tourism industry, and we have derived economic benefits as India earns huge foreign currency from the visitors. Our tourism industry provides us as a proper platform to showcase our multifarious culture, arts, and traditions to the world. Tourism keeps alive the vanishing arts and traditions. Education in travel and tourism promotes the independent activity or business as tourist guides. Tourism introduces our heterogeneous culture at the international level. Tourism provides employment to street vendors, traditional craftsmen, and hoteliers. Now, 30th one, state the benefits and limitations of market system. So, the benefits of market system are economic freedom of individual is protected in market system. Resources of production are utilized to the greatest extent and efficiently. Abundant production may be done. Quality of things improve because of competition. And limitations of market system are because of keeping profit in the center of production, commodities are produced in more quantity and production of luxurious commodities of basic requirement is neglected or reduced. Because of lack of policy related to role of state, natural resources are wasted. Due to lack of knowledge and ignorance about the market, consumers are exploited. Due to centralization of property and income, there is increase in disparity of income. There is a fear of monopoly, economic instability, exploitation of labor, etc. Now, the odd 30th question is discuss the difference between economic growth and economic development. So, the difference between economic growth and economic development are as follows. First one, on the basis of development process, economic development is qualitative while economic growth is quantitative. Economic development is first stage while economic growth is the stage after economic development. Second one is according to changes taking place in economy. On the basis of new researches in economy, increase in production is economic development. Because of research in hybrid seeds in agriculture sector, there has been many-fold increase in agriculture production. This shows economic development. While when there is increase in agriculture production because of increase in agricultural land it is called economic growth. Third point is in relation to developed and developing nations. Difference is seen in both of them in relation to developed and developing nations also. Increase in national income of developed countries is called economic growth, while increase in national income of developing countries is called economic development. Now, 31st one, what is privatization and mention the methods of privatization. Privatization means the process in which ownership and management of industrial units under state control is handed over or transferred to the private sector is called privatization. Methods of privatization are opening up of the areas reserved for the public sector such as banking and insurance to the private sector. Transfer of ownership and control of public sector enterprises to the private entities and disinvestment of the capital invested in the public sector enterprises. Now, 32nd one, explain the role of the public distribution system in controlling price rise. During the Second World War period, there was acute shortage of food grains and other essential goods. The British government had introduced rationing in 1942. For this purpose, a chain of fair price shops was set up across the country. The statutory rationing continued even after independence as there was acute shortage of food grains. After India became self sufficient in food requirements, the statutory rationing was lifted in 1972. However, as a poverty elevation measure, the public distribution system was introduced in 1977. The public distribution system supplies essential goods to the low income groups and the people living below poverty line at a reasonable price through a chain of 4.92 lakh fair price shops. The PDS has become a boon for maintaining adequate standard of living for the lower classes. However, there is need to strengthen administrative machinery, ensure regular supply of the required quantity of essential goods and honesty among the shopkeepers. Now the odd 30-second question is, state the reasons of consumer exploitation. Consumer is exploited because of the following reasons. First one, consumer is himself or herself responsible. Traders, producers, organizers take undue advantage of consumers by exploiting them in different ways because of ignorance, lack of awareness, illiteracy, lack of tendency to become organized and oppose, lack of preparation, and tendency to fight legally against exploitation. Second one is limited information. In the capitalist economy, the producers and sellers are free to produce or sell any commodity or service in any quantity. There are no specific rules regarding their pricing and quality regulation. Wherever they are, the rules are not followed strictly. In such situations, the consumer is not given complete information about the commodity. Thus, due to limited information and lack of understanding, the consumer tends to make mistake. Third one is limited supply. When supply of product or service is not in accordance to the demand, artificial scarcity is created. Scarcity is created due to hoarding by traders, producers, betting, or natural calamities. In such situations, traders take undue advantage by overpricing. So, improper supply of commodities is also responsible for exploitation of consumers. Fourth point is limited competition. When a single producer or a group of producers have their monopoly in the production and sale of a commodity or a service, then due to lack of other alternative, producer exploits the consumer in different ways in such limited or monopolized market. The consumer is dumped with defective services and commodities of low quality. 33rd one, what is women empowerment? What are the obstacles in empowerment of women? Women empowerment is to recognize potential of women and provide them opportunity to realize their potential. When women empowerment is to put an end to gender based discrimination and provide equality of status and equal opportunities to women. Obstacles in empowerment of women are modern concept in a traditional society under the sway of customs and traditions in a male predominant society in India, women are submissive even today. Refusal to recognize their contributions. Women do not charge for the household work or working in agricultural land of their family. Their household work is not recognized as contribution to the GDP. Financial dependence. Most women, especially women in the rural areas, do not have their independent income. They are dependent on the male members of the family to fulfill their basic needs. Lack of education. Even today, Most women in the rural areas are illiterate or semi literate. Due to lack of education, they cannot seek any employment opportunities to become financially independent. And last point is lack of awareness. Lack of awareness of their rights is a direct consequence of lack of education. Now, the exercise question is explain women welfare schemes of the Government of India in chronological order. Many government schemes for the welfare of women have been implemented since 1980. They include establishment of National Commission for Women in the year 1992, setting up a separate Department of Women and Child Welfare in 1985, 92nd and 93rd constitutional amendments in 1992 to provide 33% reservation of seats for women in the local self-government, enactment of national policy on empowerment of women in 2001, undertaking programs of capacity building, employment, income generation, welfare and supportive services, gender equality and sanitation for women, celebration of the year 2002 as Women Empowerment Year, enacting laws to provide equal share in the family property to women, establishment of family courts and women welfare centers, enacting Domestic Violence Act in 2005 to protect women from physical violence and mental torture, making law related to prevention of dowry more stringent, raising minimum marriageable age for women to 18 years. 34th, state the social effects of terrorism. The social effects of terrorism are as follows. Terrorism creates feeling of fear and anxiety among people. They become suspicious of the sections of people that indulge in the antisocial activities like looting and robbery, stabbing, and other violent acts. The effects of terrorism are felt by people of all age groups. Parents are worried about their children, wives are worried about their office going husbands, and children are worried about their elderly parents. It has adverse effect on education in the areas affected by terrorism like Jammu Kashmir. There is atmosphere of distrust, mutual suspicion which destroys social harmony and feeling of brotherhood among the people. It creates social tension and communal conflicts that results in chaos and uncertainty which shatters normal day-to-day life of the people. People cannot celebrate social occasions with festivity. It results first in social disintegration and later threatens national integration. And here we come to the end of section C. I hope you have understood the complete section. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment section. I'll surely try to answer all the questions. Thank you for watching my video and do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.